Hello, Promo Republic friends. Today, we're going to talk about Clubhouse. And I want to show you, as a social media marketing agency, how to grow your brand using Clubhouse. And I'm going to show you something you've probably never seen before in any training, which is how do you actually use Clubhouse. I'm going to show you the structure of Clubhouse. I'm going to show you how to interact in Clubhouse, talk about some stories of my direct experience in being able to get clients, being able to get connections, learning how to speak inside of rooms, and figuring out how to make the best use of your time inside this tool. So instead of doing our training in our video studio, which is way up here, up above with all the fancy cameras, I'm literally just using my laptop and my phone here. So I'm going to show you how Clubhouse works, okay? This is the screen. It's available right now only on iOS, but the Android version is coming out soon. And if you're in, you'll notice that you have your profile up here. So if I click on my profile, you can see how many followers and people are following me. So I have 12,000 here, which is a fair number. It's kind of like Instagram or other tools where you want to try to have a good ratio of followers to following. 2,500 is the limit, so I'm at 2,200. If you want to see who my followers are, we click here and you can see the most recent one. So the person I've most recently followed is Olga, who runs this event for Promo Republic. So I'm glad that our friends are here, and you'll see the most recent people that are here. Now you can do a search by going over here into the search box. See here, the search, top left. And search is a little bit different than you normally expect. So they start out by giving you people to follow and conversations, which are topics, and even clubs that you can follow. Now check this out. If I start searching for digital, so I start typing in DIGI, I'm already ranked number 4 there. You see that? See there, I'm with the orange head here. And by the way, you want to have a colored background or something that causes you to stand out when you're inside a room. People are more likely to notice you, especially when you're speaking, and they're more likely to just follow you. So the reason why I rank in digital marketing, digital anything you can see, is because I've chosen my username to be Digital CEO. Isn't that neat? So originally it was Dennis Yu, which is good on my name, but if you use the thing you want to rank for here in your name, it's going to help you. And if I go to my friend Larry Kim, you're going to see the same thing. So Larry Kim, who's the #1 spender, as you know, on Google Ads ever, if I do a search on marketing, marketing, he is here, down here at the bottom, also in the orange. We have the same color. And you have Eric Su, who's a big startup social media founder. You have Michael Sanchez, who's #1. He's one of the biggest people in Clubhouse. Now, if we look for the CEO of Promo Republic, you're going to see that he's here as well. So Max Pechersky, I do a search, Max, P-E-R-C-H-E, so I can spell it there. Okay, so I do a search, and I see he's here. So a lot of people spend time looking around, so you can see, 200 followers, 141 following. That's good, and you can see he has some information about him, but imagine if you really want to pimp out your profile, because people, when you're speaking, you say something good, people are going to look at your profile. So here, you can say lots of things. So the first 3 lines are the most important. Say something that's impressive, because that's what people are going to see initially before they expand to see the whole profile. So those first 3 lines is your short profile. So say something. So I said, I built the analytics at Yahoo and I've spent $1 billion in Google and Facebook ads. People might look at that and say, that's good. Then they expand and then they scroll through and see what else you have to say. So you have a lot, you can put emojis, you can put text, but you can't put links. They don't let you do that. And then at the bottom, they give you 2 links. You have your Twitter link and you have your Instagram link. So you want to make sure you have those 2. And then they show the clubs that you're a member of. So you definitely want to, your Instagram is probably going to be more important, because when you're speaking, that's when people are going to message you, because there's no messaging inside this platform. So the clubs, that kind of shows you, the clubs host the rooms, and I'll show you that in just a second. See, I'm a member of all these clubs, because now you can, if you have the latest version of Clubhouse, you download the most recent one as of March 1st. Then at the end, if you scroll to the end in your profile, you'll see a plus, and you'll have the ability to create new rooms. Now, I've already created my 2 rooms for this month, so it'll say, sorry, you've already made 2 clubs. So clubs are what hold rooms. So let me show you a little bit about how that structure works. And I have special access, so You might hear about Clubhouse from other people, but they might not show you what happens when you have a lot of power. So I have access to some of the biggest ones. So check this out. This is the hallway. This is the homepage, the newsfeed, if you will. And the hallway is where you see all the different rooms. So here's a room, and it's in the Winners Club. So this club has the room Breakfast with Winners. And you see these people here, they have the little dots next to these little bubbles, messages, right? And these are the people who are the speakers. So you can see there's maybe 15 speakers or so, 28 speakers and 306 people in this room. And you'll see, what does it take to run $1 million? So the greenhouse here, that's the club, and then there's the room underneath it, how to build a successful personal brand. So I can see some of my friends are in here. I like to put my name in capital letters. That way you can see Sam Henderson, capital letters. He's more likely to stand out. 124 people in this room, 34 are speakers. So you see more and more rooms. Oh no, you have notification. They keep saying, hey, come join this room. So-and-so invites you. The system will notify automatically, and sometimes you can ping people into a room, which I'll show you in just a minute. You're not allowed to record inside Clubhouse. So that's why I'm using another computer, and that's why I'm not recording while I'm in a room. So I think it's okay to show this kind of piece here. Now if I swipe to the right, I see what is available right now. So I see these active clubs, and I see how many members are online. So I know this one, what it takes to run $1 million business, has a pretty big audience. I want to say 100,000, but 826 are online right now at 11:24 p.m. PST. And there's all these other ones where I'm a member of the club, so I can start a room. So you can see I can press the button, I can start a room, and people will start coming into the room. And here's other people that are live right now in Clubhouse. Oops. And you can see what they're doing. Some of them are just available. This one, CJ, he's in a room, How to Build a Successful Club. This one, Breakfast with Winners. So it shows the room that they're in. Oops, shows the room they're in, and I can join that room as well. So you can see I can scroll, and if I click on any one of these, I can join the room. And let's see, what is a good one? I see a lot of my friends are on, even at midnight, which is interesting. And I know in Australia it's a different time. In Europe it's a different time. Maybe it's 7 a.m. in Europe. Now check this out. I'm going to show all clubs here. And I can see, for example, Facebook marketing secrets. So I'm known for Facebook marketing, and I'm an admin in this club. So here's the club. And you can see that there's all this information you can put in this club. This club has 77,000 followers and 3,500 members. And you can see that I'm number 2 here. So the founder of it is Michael Sanchez. He invited me as an administrator, so I'm number 2 in the 77,000. Then if I click on this, the 3 dots on the right. So you have to, like these, there's no training on this. I've never seen it. Maybe by now, later you'll see it. But because I'm an admin, now I can do all sorts of things. So if I'm just a member, I can't edit anything. So I'll show you of these ones where I'm just a member, maybe Entrepreneurs Influence, this one, I think, yeah. So this one, I'm just a member here. So it shows me how many members there are. I'm not here in the top. And I click on the 3 dots to see if I have admin privileges. I don't. These are the only ones that I have. So I could start a room in here, but I can't invite people outside of the room, so it'll be very small. And when I'm an admin, I have way more power. So this one, Facebook Marketing Secrets, that has 77,000. If I start a room in here, all these other people, if they're in Clubhouse, would get notified. So you see 77,000 people in this room, and I'm sorry, not in the room, in the club, and 94 of them, 94 are online right now. And I've done this enough times where I can hit plus on the room, start the room, inside the club, all these people get notified, and sometimes you have 200, 300. I've done a room inside this big club, and it's gone up to over 2,000 people, which is kind of neat because I start a club and then boom, all of a sudden hundreds of people show up inside here. Now you can see if I want to start an event or start a room, I go to my events tab here, and by default it's showing the ones that they think they're interesting to me based on the people that I follow. But if I click on just my events, see I look now, upcoming for you, my events, then I see that I have one coming up at 7 o'clock in the morning. And that these are ones where you're a part of them. So you can see there's a lot of speakers here. See, I'm the one, the orange head, lots of these speakers. Sometimes when you have more speakers, then you're going to have more people that will join because that's more people to get notified. So the way the room grows bigger is when there are speakers. And it's not just speakers who have 100 followers, but when you have a power mod, which is a speaker who has 20,000 followers, then there's more people that could be notified. So just because they're in the room won't notify other people, but if they're a speaker, then you're going to see the green notification with all the invites, and you'll see lots and lots of these notifications. So here's another one on Thursday coming up. Welcome, Matthew Loop, social media made me rich. So what we do these rooms is we like to do a lot of Q&A. So I can create a room, create a room. So I hit plus, I can schedule one. So I'm going to put one for, here's the calendar. It automatically knows your time zone. I do one every Sunday. So I do this one on Sunday. This one says 6 p.m. I'm going to put it under a club. But the club has to be one that I'm an admin or a member of. And you can see if I do this, there's all of these ones that I can put my club under. So I've created some of my own clubs. I didn't put a logo. So there's Black Diamond Club, Digital Club. I just wanted to grab the name. But you want to put a nice logo. And if I go to my Facebook Marketing Secrets Club, this one, see? Now I have my event. Oh, actually, I'll give it a name. By the way, it's important to give it a good name. Give it a name that's open enough that people feel that it's good. So if you say something like talking about some very narrow topic, people are not going to want to come. But maybe I'll say expert Facebook marketing. And you also want to, when you create a room, use the emojis. So I'll come over here, and I like to use these emojis that will get attention. So I like to do this fire one like that, and then maybe this rainbow star, like these kinds of ones, right? And if I invite my friends to host it, they're also administrators. So let's see. I'll add Larry Kim. So now it's us two. I can invite other people, and usually having 2 or 3 is pretty good. Now this one, because I'm an admin of this particular club, Facebook Marketing Secrets, I can make it so that it's open to everybody. So if I'm just a member of the club, by default, it's going to go like this, open to members only. So the room is going to be much smaller because they have to be a member to come in. So I always like to leave it this way so anyone else can come in. Then I make a little description, and I will say Q&A format. A lot of people don't know how to, you don't have to do a lot of scheduling. Q&A format and special guests. You never know who's going to come. See, so I just said this, and see, someone's trying to ping me into this room. Tiffany Haddish, who's one of the biggest people in Clubhouse, 3 million people. See, the system sends out a ridiculous amount of notifications. So I say publish. So I publish an event. There it is. Now I can share. I can tweet it. I find Twitter is usually a little better. So there it is. Now, expert Facebook marketing, tweet. If you're an agency owner, you should start creating rooms and joining other people's rooms, and you'll see people will come in and start to want to engage. And you'll see here at the top, Twitter has their version of their rooms called Spaces. So you'll see a blue thing here. I don't see any right now, but you'll see blue here on Twitter. Okay, so we go back to Clubhouse. I can share in different ways. I can share the link. I can send it out to my email list. I can put it to my calendar, but I'll just keep this here. By the way, if I noticed that trying to schedule or preparing like you would for a webinar doesn't seem to work on Clubhouse. They just kind of have to be on Clubhouse, and they're wandering around on Clubhouse, and people will join you. Okay, now let's go back to the hallway. So I swipe over, back to the hallway. The hallway shows all the rooms that are live right now, plus upcoming events. And let's go into one of the rooms. Let me show you. And then I'll tell you about room strategy. This is the thing that people don't seem to tell you about, because most of the stuff on Clubhouse, what you'll hear is, oh, it's a great way to network, which is true. It's a great way to learn if you're in the audience, and if you're important, maybe people will invite you to speak, share your knowledge. You'll hear people give this kind of advice. Oh, don't try to sell, because that's not what Clubhouse is. I'm assuming you already know all of this. I'm going to show you, as a social media marketing agency, how it's a little bit different, okay? And thank you so much to my friends, Promo Republic. If you guys are watching this on the replay, I hope that you follow me on Clubhouse, And I hope that you look me up on LinkedIn and let me know how you're doing. Or take a screenshot here. Right now you can press pause on this, take a screenshot, and let me know that you're here with me on Clubhouse. I'll follow you back. Okay, so let's see. We have these ones. This is a medium-sized room, 140 people. And by the way, the small rooms are fine too. You get better interaction in a small room because there's not as many people competing. The big rooms, over 500, it can often be a self-promotion fest, as you've seen. Those are the ones on how to become a millionaire, right? So if I go into this room, you'll see the moderators, people are talking. So the green dot is the moderator, and then I am just a listener, so I have no microphone. But somebody will probably ping me into this room. That person's clapping. See that? Blinking, it's clapping. Oh, join the speaker. Craig invited me, so I can join. Watch. Now I had to mute. See, I did. By definition, it comes on. So then you mute yourself. And now I pull down. Ooh, now I'm a moderator. This guy made me a moderator. So I'm going to pull down to refresh. And you'll see, wow, a lot of moderators in here. All the green dots. The earlier you are, the more, up here it's based on the join. So all the moderators are up here. So of all the current moderators, this guy was here first. So if you start the room, you're going to be in the top left if you're the moderator. So after all the moderators with the green dot, oh look, Robert joined. He's a digital agency coach. Oops, clicked on their profile. So you'll see all these people here. And there's me. I'm the latest moderator. I was just made a moderator. I'm going to turn the volume down. Oops. Use that business turn the volume down. If you're a speaker, you can't turn the volume down all the way. You can still hear. Right? If you're a listener, you can turn it all the way down. So I think this is where they don't want you squatting in the room, which means you're just sitting there hoping that other people will follow you, because it's bad. If you're in the room, someone calls on you and nothing happens. So we can see here's all the speakers. So there's people who are speakers, but they're not moderators. Moderators, as a moderator now, I can add people, kick people. I can even end this room. Look, 3 dots. And now, report, search room, end room. Look at this. I can end the room. All the people in this room, I can kick them all out right now. Don't do that. If you have too many moderators, that can be a risk. My audio quality is set to low, so if you have low Wi-Fi, bad connection, do that. If you're singing, then set it to high, but maybe I will set it to, see, high, low, normal. So I go normal, so now it's changed. Now it's reconfigured, right? Now I can unmute, I can raise my hand, I can add other people into the room, I can leave quietly. Now look, if I go back to the hallway, let me turn this up a little bit. If I go to all rooms, see here? 142 people, 143 in this room. So now that I'm a speaker in this room, other people are getting notifications that I'm in this room, right? Now watch this. Oh look, Lloyd Lobo joined as a listener. Isn't that kind of neat? So I can come back to my room that I'm in, and I'm going to look for Lloyd, who just came in here. I search the room. Now I can search Lloyd. There he is. I found him. He just entered. And oops, I lost it there. And then I can add him because I am a moderator. So if you got to watch out, because you can, if there's too many moderators, then what? Oh, he's not in the room anymore. He just left. Oh, he's not in the room anymore. I was going to add him as a speaker and then promote him to moderator. So here's all the other speakers here. You can see it's 3 lines across the speakers. They have the little microphone next to them. Then there's no microphones, and it goes to 4 rows, and it's people who are followed by the speakers. That's the next set. Then you have, see, all these notifications. So after you have all the people followed by the speakers, you have all the people who are in the room. It says others in the room. And then you see all the rest of the other people here in this room, right? So people are coming up and they're asking questions. The reason why there's all these other people is that they take turns asking questions. So maybe you're this person, you ask a question, get it answered, then they just go on. They go all the way down, and answer the different questions. And that's good because the more speakers you have, the more like these people will start to get pinged into the room, because then the followers of those speakers will show. Okay, so the Celia is in the top left, the most important position that gets the most followers. So if it's a big room, you're in the top left, you get the most followers. This is who she is. She has 3,000 followers, but they won't tell you 3,258. They just say 3K, because otherwise people are like, oh, how many followers did I gain? And they're just constantly checking the number, so they just show you 3K. But if you really care what you do, this is a trick. You look at, she has 3K, so you see the most recent one is this Travis one. So then you can come back and check all the time and then see how many more are on top of Travis to see how many more followers she just got, right? So now I can see she has a profile, she's using emojis, she's saying something about herself, and then at the end you're going to see she has her Instagram, but not a Twitter. And it's also by the people that you see that she's followed by. Now watch this. So I'm in this room, I'm a moderator, so that's important. There are, let's see how many people are in the room. I click on all rooms to go to the hallway. 145, wow. 145 people. Somebody just asked a question. I can look at the people who've asked questions. 2 people, no, 1 people. I can let them into the room. Someone just let them into the room. Now, I'll come here. Watch me leave. Oh, now I left. It's silent. But because I'm a moderator, I can get back into this room just where I was. So if I scroll down to that particular room, I'll instantly get my place back. So the only time I get kicked out is if someone kicks me out, which I could, or if the room ends. And sometimes these rooms will go on, usually they go on for 60 minutes, 90 minutes, but I've seen rooms go on for 12 hours. I once had a room go for 16 hours because I had so many people in there. I didn't want to end the room. And you have all these weird titles too. Please don't join this room. You know, people arguing about races. Or I don't think that's going to be very good for you as a social media agency. But the ones that are around growing your business, where you do Q&A, those are all very good. This one can be okay. Asian Professional Network. If you're an Asian, maybe, you know, this one. Pitch editors of the LA Times get featured. I don't know. 100 people in the room. Ask Tiff Anything. So this is Tiffany Haddish, who's a celebrity. She has 3 million followers. So she's really big. But as an agency, you want to be able to share your expertise, not as a webinar, but as an interactive format where you're answering people's questions. And think about something you're really good at, something that you don't mind. People can come up over and over about how do you grow your Instagram, about how do you do Facebook. Maybe you can ping someone like me who's a moderator on a big room and say, I've got a really good topic, I've got some really good case studies to share that is not promotional. Then that's what you do. So you saw how to edit your profile. You saw how to look at events. We've looked at search. I'm going to cover 2 more things. One is the notifications here. So you can see here the bell, or I'm sorry, the activity. So you can see that other people are scheduling rooms. Somebody just followed me a few minutes ago, 10 seconds ago. Jeremiah just followed me. See that 10 seconds ago? Let's click on this guy, just see who he is. 12 followers and 22. Okay, let me see if I'll show you another one. And once you get bigger, you'll see something here. So I have 12,000 followers. And you'll see, like, this person just followed me. Let's look at this one. I'll find one that's like brand new. This is almost brand new. Almost brand new. I'll find someone who's like brand new so you can see what's going on. When people are brand new, this is close to brand new. 2 followers. So she just joined 2 days ago. Today's March 11th. She joined March 9th. Now, why did she follow me? This is really key to understand, because if you don't grow the audience, I don't want you to say you need 10,000 followers just because it's like Instagram. But there is a reason to have more followers, and that is to give you more people into the room. Because if you have a room with no one in it, it really doesn't matter. It's not just vanity. But in social media, I guess, you have to show that you have some kind of pull, that you open a room, you're going to get a lot of people, good people, not just random people. I don't see a lot of rooms with just random people. So getting a lot of followers, I just don't see that working. But look, she has 33 that she's following, and the reason why, look, there's the club she's a part of. Lots of people in these clubs. So look at these other people that are here, and she's following. There's me, the orange head. And you look at these other people here that she's following are also people who are my friends that I'm following. So it starts to center in, and I realize that she's probably interested in entrepreneurship. So she's got MLM, YouTube marketing secrets, Facebook marketing secrets, influencer marketing secrets, entrepreneur, right? You can see women in business, women founders. So the search engine here is looking at not like a Google search or a Facebook social network, people click on Donald Trump or what, or people, they're looking at who's in common. So Clubhouse is looking at that, and also by what you're talking about in the rooms, because they are recording the rooms, but you are not allowed to record. So look at some of these other people. This one is new, Paula, 41.9. She also joined 2 days ago. So if we look at her, who she's following, this is kind of like LSI for Google, latent semantic indexing. They look at the keywords that are similar. I'm looking at the people in the clubs that are similar. I'm seeing the same thing. So she's following Ezra Firestone, who's a friend of mine that I'm following. He's following me. Brennan Burchard, Molly Pittman, John Loomer. So in the world of social media, right, who a lot of these people are. Jeff Walker, Rachel Miller. These are, I don't want to name all these people. These are all friends of mine, right? And I invite them into my rooms. Often I'll start a room. Other people will join, right? It's a lot of fun when you can get a good room. And I'll show you. So by the way they get this is that when users join, you're going to see other people that are similar to these users. So you want to be on the recommended users list. That's what I'm talking about. So let's say I look at Ezra Firestone, right? He does a lot of e-commerce. I want to be known for e-commerce. He follows me, right? He has about the same, 11,000, 12,000, 400 followers. That's good, right? He has his Twitter and Facebook, also followed by 430 other people that are similar. He joined before I did. You can see the person who invited him, so that the invite thing is nice. Now, if I click on this star, it shows other people to follow that are similar. So it's making recommendations of people that are like Ezra Firestone. So I can see who these folks are, and you can see they're on similar topics. And you see the bio. Remember I said you have 3 lines in the bio? Each of these people, they show 3 lines. They show the first 3 lines, which is the short bio or the quick bio. But if I want to know more about this person, then I click and I see more about them. See, now I expand, I see more. I can follow them. Okay. Now we're going to do something which maybe I'll show you how to start a room. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for showing you guys. Your social media agencies, so we have to show social media, right? I mean, I'm not doing PowerPoint. I want to show you how it's actually done. So in the hallway, I can start a room here. I don't have to schedule a room, but scheduling a room lets it show up on the calendar. It lets you put a description. It lets you configure the co-hosts, all this. But if I start a room, it's not scary. You can still configure things a little bit. Start a room. It doesn't start a room right away. I can start a room as part of a club. So I have all these different clubs here, right? And I can make it open or not. I can add a topic. I don't even have to add a topic. But just for fun, I will say social media. By the way, it's not being recorded, so what's important? What's important to you? Okay, social media agencies, what's important to you? Okay, I'll make it a question. Okay, set topic, and maybe for fun, I'll put it under Facebook marketing secrets, okay? Scary, right? First time you do a room, you're like, what if nobody's gonna come? Well, let's see. Let's go and watch what happens. I'm gonna show you what's going on. Start the room. Oh, no one else is in the room, it's just me. I'm talking. There's a gray circle around me. Oh, it's locked. No one else can come in. Hey, Brandon. Hey, Ramonica. How you guys doing? Let's let everyone in. Let visitors in. Watch. Ashley, let visitors in. Hey, guys. Social media marketing agencies. You know, we've been doing a lot of training for social media agencies, and I've noticed that the most important thing is you realize it's a people business. William, how you doing, my friend?
Hey, great, as long as I'm alive, not sure. Happy to move, or whatever you'd like.
What time is it where you are?
3:47 in the afternoon.
3:47? How'd you get to 46,000 followers?
By using this app nonstop.
Holy moly. Do you think they'll rename it to Crack House?
I think they already have, and I think that someone's going to make a lot of money with Crack House Anonymous.
Yeah. You know, I was just showing some friends that we have 133 people in this room right now, and how awesome it is to be here on Clubhouse. 134 people, 135 people. Give everyone a tip here who, if they're a social media marketing agency, what they need to do on Clubhouse.
What you really have to do is be super authentic, super genuine, and just come from a mindset and a place of always bringing value. Because if not, it's really, really transparent. And that's why I think you see some people that may have large audiences in other places, but when they do come to Clubhouse, they're just not able to succeed. And they'll have maybe a couple of rooms and then they'll disappear. We've seen it with celebrities, we've seen it with influencers, quote unquote, and we've seen it with companies. So in the real world, aka the outside world, you can do editing, you can edit audio, you can edit video, you can edit all sorts of things to make things look really, really polished. But in here on an audio only platform, you just have to be you, and it has to be a genuine you. And if you try in front, I think it's just not easy to succeed, and it's hard to keep up a facade. But honestly, like if you are you and you are authentic, people are going to gravitate to you. You're going to build your own tribe, and you're going to find people that absolutely love you. So I think that in this app, it's actually less pressure than other apps, as long as you just be true to yourself.
Amen. So definitely true on authenticity and being true to yourself. But if you're an agency, the number one thing I hear is I need to generate more leads. I don't have time to sit around on Clubhouse. I have a life and clients and employees and all this. How do I generate leads but not come off as douchey yet still add value? What tips do you or anyone else in the audience, if you have a tip, please hit the hand raise button in the bottom center, and we will let you in to share your tip or ask your question. And this is just a demo room we're going to do for a few minutes just to see how everyone's doing. Maybe, William, you can provide a tip while we let other people in. And we see other speakers. Farid, welcome. Glad you're here. He's on mute. Smart man. Learn, play, be real, give back. Go ahead, William.
Sure, I was going to say this one I can actually tackle. Sorry about that, Dennis. I usually default to the individual because there's not that many agencies that are on here. But yeah, agencies can absolutely flourish. The best way and fastest way to accelerate growth is to work with other people that already have large audiences.
Yeah.
Because the basic formula is that the more audience you have, the more people that can see and populate your room. So if you have like 2 million users, 2 million followers on another platform, but you come in here with 50, the most people that could ever see your room is 50. So a lot of agencies, they just have to find people with the larger audiences, partner with them, add value, and then they can accelerate their exposure very, very quickly.
You got that right. And find people who will invite you to their rooms because you add value and you invite them. And it creates this awesome interactive podcast webinar kind of experience. The number one tip I have for you guys as agency people is decide exactly what value you provide. So I know something about ads and analytics because I built the analytics at a search engine, Yahoo, which is before there was a Google 20 years ago. And I've spent $1 billion on Google and Facebook ads. So I love answering questions about that. I'm never selling anything. I'm always asking questions, answering questions. So think about what is the thing that you can provide, and then what is the thing that you want. So right now we're hiring account managers. So I say, hey, we have a social media marketing agency, ChiroRevenue, serving chiropractors. We have one for real estate agents. We have one for dentists. If you want to learn to be an account manager, or if you are a great account manager, I'd welcome you to apply and come join our team. Click on my profile, look me up on LinkedIn, see what it is we do, follow our YouTube channel. And that's the thing that I'm looking for. And other people make great recommendations. So think about what it is that you give and what it is that you are asking for. And you will find that your agency will thrive if you're clear. But it also means you have to be clear about, you can't be an agency that does everything. Oh, I do Instagram and I Twitter and I do small biz and I do big biz and I do startups and B2B SaaS and all this, right? So you can't be everything. Be really clear about that, and you're going to find that Clubhouse is going to amplify your network in ways that you would never imagine if you're very specific about that. Let's take a couple questions. We have Farid, and then we'll take Tommy. Farid, welcome to the stage. How are you doing, my friend?
Hi, Dennis. Thanks for having me. I'm Farid from Stockholm. I've actually woken up just now. I'm trying to shake the sleepiness out of my head.
Yeah.
But I saw your room, and I think it's very interesting because I was yesterday. I'm not a social media. I don't have a social media agency. I'm an app founder and a solo entrepreneur, bootstrapping. But I thought I'd come up and share what I look for as a bootstrapping solopreneur in a social media agency, and I hope to find, and maybe this is something that can add value to your audience. I'm not sure like how exactly relevant it is, but I felt like it's worth giving it a shot. We have grown organically. We have an app that provides free summaries of best-selling nonfiction books in text, audio, and animated formats. And we have a freemium tier, and we've been growing organically pretty well, but it's been mostly through App Store optimization. And now we're looking at social media to grow, but it's like I don't have the energy or the interest myself to do that. So I thought about outsourcing this. But a few social media agencies that I've contacted, there's so much focus on increasing your followers and getting more likes and things like that, which like they're really not interesting to me. They sound like vanity metrics to me.
Yeah, that's garbage. That'll pollute you. If you just go, you need high engagement. That's like sending a bunch of bums into your high-end luxury car dealership. That's not going to help you. You need you need your customers to do your work for you, not a social media agency.
Yeah. Okay. But like this is like, because we just started our own affiliate program on our website. And it was much easier than I thought. And now I'm thinking because I've heard about performance marketers who would share, they would split revenue with you. So it's like it's very close to my KPI, which is revenue, and it's like my bloodstream. Yeah. I don't know if there are social media agencies that work with this, worked with affiliate marketing, that I would just get them, okay, let's work together. We're partners. You take a piece of the revenue, whatever you drive from my social media, and so on. So we come. I don't know if this is something that a model performance based that social media agencies work with, because if they do, I'd be very interested in talking with them.
Well, Farid,
because that's something I don't want to.
Put it in your profile, share that. But to do that, you need a few guinea pigs. So take a few customers that aren't doing it because they're affiliates, but doing it because they love your product, because it's helping them grow their business. And then that's going to attract other people. So it's not because they're making money. It's not because you're I admire your hustle in promoting in front of our group here, but start by sharing value first, like William was talking about. And you're going to find that people will do the promoting for you. Spend your effort interviewing your happy customers, whatever the exact archetype is that does story shots. I just tweeted you, right? I just shared you. So you have a blue check profile that just shared you. So he's clapping. When you see guys, you see the microphone blink on and off, he's clapping. So do that, and then send people socks. For example, like blitzgifts.com, with socks with their faces on them. Say thank you, feature them, be a journalist, and you're going to find that they do your marketing, because then you can take that content, you can take those pictures, you can take that and pay money to share it. You're not looking for a testimonial. You're looking to actually highlight their success. So let's say that, I'm a digital marketing agency and I'm using story shots, and it makes life so much easier, reduces friction. Then if you feature my story, then all the other people that maybe look up to me or see me as a peer will say, oh, well, if Dennis Yu's using it, then maybe I could use it too. Does that help you, Farid?
Thanks a lot for the tip. I got a little lost there, because so my question is, so I think you offered a way, if I'm not wrong, but my question is, are there performance?
No, don't. You're not. That's not gonna work for you. Because those are general affiliates. Now, if it works, you can maybe look at a commission junction or the other affiliate networks. But for what you're doing, because it's B2B SaaS, you're just not going to find that working. You're going to, depending on what the archetype is, let's say it's digital marketers, and you want to partner with Digital Marketer or Social Media Examiner or other organizations, right? It's the affiliate through those organizations, not because there's somebody you can just say, here's my offer, we do a 50-50 rev share. If anything, those people are just going to charge you and not do it on a performance basis. Why? Because anyone doing it on a performance basis, they understand how to drive traffic, instead of an agency, which is usually you pay me a fee and the risk is on you. Okay? It's a different model for retainer versus performance.
Got it. So this is not something common in the industry.
Nope. Nope. I've been in this industry since the beginning. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Farid. I'm glad you stopped by.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, next up, we have Tommy Pang. How you doing, Tommy?
Hi, Dennis. Thank you for having me on stage.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm from Singapore.
Yeah, I can hear your accent.
I-
Greetings.
Yeah, I'm from Singapore. So I understand the topic of this room is about social media agencies, but
Yeah.
personally for me, right,
Uh-huh.
I don't run a social media agency. I'm actually a food entrepreneur
Ah.
in Singapore.
Yeah,
So,
like the
but
food
I think
carts, huh?
I think yeah,
Salt and
we are
pepper
actually
crab
not-
and all that. Yeah, the chicken.
We are like we have like restaurants, food court, hawker stores. That's what we call it.
Oh,
like
the
food
hawker
stalls
stalls.
in
Yeah,
Singapore.
yeah. Your Twitter
I
profile
don't know if
is
you have came to. I don't know if you came to Singapore before, but yeah, hawker is a very big thing in Singapore.
yeah.
Yeah.
The chicken and
So-
rice. I love it.
Yeah, exactly. Chicken rice. Yeah. So my question is actually right. So currently in Singapore, I actually run. I have 3 brands in Singapore across about 10 outlets in Singapore, and annually we are doing about 5 million in revenue. So and it's all based on word of mouth.
Of course. Well, Singapore's a small
so
market.
It's all based on word of mouth because the product itself is good. So
Yeah.
it's all based on word of mouth.
Yeah.
So currently, right, I'm actually this past few weeks I've been thinking about building a marketing team for my businesses, because what I'm afraid that in the years down the line, my customers will forget about me.
Mm-hmm.
Even though my business is actually thriving right now.
Yeah.
But I don't want to take it for granted. So my question
Smart.
for you, Dennis, would be to build an in-house marketing team, right? What are the key components what are the key personnel that I would need to create content in terms of word, video,
Yeah.
written word, audio?
Yeah.
That will be my question for you, because I
Yeah.
have actually worked with agencies before, but I think it's a little bit tough for them
Yeah.
to create the type of content that I want.
Yeah.
Because our locations are spread out across the island. So it's actually a little bit difficult for them.
Yeah.
So they are not really focused on me, because I mean agencies has a lot of clients.
Yeah. Well, food,
so
especially in
that-
Singapore.
yeah.
I mean, I consider Singapore.
Exactly.
That's like the food capital of the world. Yeah, Singapore's
exactly, yeah.
a tiny island. Everyone knows, like 25 miles across. It's an island and a city and a nation, only a few million people. What you need to do, Tommy, not bad, 5 million revenue. You have a few locations all across. I would take the MRT everywhere. But anyway,
Okay.
I love Singapore. Yeah, you know, the 5 C's and that whole thing. But you need 3 people to start with on your team. So if you have 5 million revenue, you should be able to get these as VAs or, you know, from Malaysia or onlinejobs.ph in the Philippines. You want a video editor that's able to capture videos of the customers. 2 is you need people who are working at your stores to collect those videos, so the video editors can chop them up into Facebook and Instagram and all this and cross-post it over into your Google My Business. Your Google My Business is so key. Google and Yelp are maintaining profiles for you, and people see amazing pictures of food at the hawker stalls and the chicken rice and the other things. When you have the behind the scenes and the customer testimonials, that people decide in Singapore or everywhere in the world based on reviews. So you think of your social media team as capturing this for you and interviewing them, the cooks and the people who are at the cash register and the people who work for you dealing with the customers. Capture those lightweight moments so you can increase the reviews, and Google is what's actually going to drive you most of your sales. If you see, and maybe you have some specials, maybe you have some kind of Thursday evening special dish, salt and pepper crab, whatever it might be, right? Or we're at the Singapore, at the Raffles Hotel having Singapore slings, and we have a relationship with this other restaurant or this other location. We have a festival, you know, maybe when COVID opens up again, right? You always want to make it interesting about that, because people love food porn. They love seeing what else is going on. They love experiencing it vicariously. They don't want to be sold. So when you capture those moments, you're going to then use your video editor and maybe a content VA to cross-post that across each of your locations. Maybe you have a central brand over all your locations, yeah?
All right, got it. So,
Yeah.
so you were saying I need 3 person, right? One is
Yeah.
a videographer,
Yeah.
and the other one is a content.
Is a content
VA,
person,
was it?
yeah, a content VA
Content person.
who's able to cut it up and write copy and just write words that accompany the pictures and videos. And the third
Probably
person,
like a copywriter, is it?
yeah, like a copywriter, but most copywriters don't understand the dynamics of food. So ideally, you can train up one of your existing employees and then use a tool like conversion.ai or copy.ai to write better copy for you. So these AI tools are going to put all these other ones out of business. Go check it out. It's incredible. And the third person you're going to need is an ads person. So you can do boosts on Facebook and Instagram, or even buy certain keywords so that the content is seen and you can turn it evergreen. So you can put $1 a day. So we teach something called the $1 a day strategy. So Tommy, I want to offer you the training for all these people and how to find these people and how to do this particular work. I want you to send an email to Stephanie@blitzmetrics.com and say, I'm Tommy, I was in the Clubhouse room, and my friends, who are social media agencies like Promo Republic friends, I'm coming for this training, list the training, and Stephanie will take care of you. Sound good, Tommy?
Wow, that's great. That's fantastic value. I hope I'm getting the email right. You said it was Blitz Matrix?
Blitzmetrics. Yeah, BLITZMETRACS. So send it to Stephanie@Blitzmetrics. Get that training, and then I want you to implement it and tell me how it goes. Maybe you need to find someone on onlinejobs.ph, or you can get VAs all over the place, but you want to hire a couple VAs who will, and we have a training. I don't want to go into all the detail about how to hire VAs, but the key with VAs is you need to put them in a clear process to collect and edit the content that your staff who works at the restaurants and these locations are collecting, okay? So understand what that process is. The process is called the influence generator process. So anyone here in the room, you can ask for this training because this is a special pop-up room that I did for my friends at Promo Republic, who are social media marketing agencies and marketers. I'm giving away this training for free, okay? So love,
Dennis,
you guys are awesome.
If you don't mind, right, Dennis, do you mind taking one more short question from me?
Oh, we've got to go, Tommy, because we have a few other people. I'm going to end the room in just a few minutes.
Probably next time. Thank you so much, Dennis.
Thank you, Tommy. You're awesome.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Ramonica Plishet, welcome. She's got 1,200 followers. She's a video marketing. She does video marketing. I help clients use video marketing to generate income. Welcome, Ramonica. How are you?
I am awesome. I'm super excited to be on stage with you. I've been following you for, I don't know, about 6 or 7 months, and I saw that you opened the room late, and I was like, yes, I'm in. So thank you for inviting me up to the stage.
Oh.
So I have a question, because when you started the room, you guys were, someone kind of posed a question about balancing your time between being on Clubhouse and actually running your business. So currently, I work with small business owners. They're usually women. They're in this online space, and I'm talking to them about video marketing. And it's kind of unique because I realize that people on Clubhouse definitely need video marketing services, but I've really built my base on Facebook, so I am kind of challenged with running my Facebook group, staying engaged with my people on Facebook, but also coming over to Clubhouse to build an audience. So I'd like to know maybe what your suggestion or recommendation is around that. And then also, I guess my second question would be, I'd like to get into some video marketing, so maybe like agency work for small business owners in my local market.
Okay, what's your local market?
I'm actually in Mobile, Alabama, the original home of Mardi Gras.
Oh, nice. Is it 2 a.m. over there?
It is.
Wow. Well, maybe Alicia in the audio, Alicia here, Gonzalez, would be able to answer that question. Alicia?
Yes, thank you, Ramonica. You're trying to just do the video portion of it?
So for the local market, yes. I lead with video on Facebook with my community because a lot of these people are trying to reach more of an audience. However, they're just not visible. So I talk about the video as the visibility strategy. Locally, I see a lot of opportunity for me to help small business owners use video to help grow their reach in the same way that I have across the Facebook platform.
Okay, so I do have a tip for you, and part of this is going to put you back to Dennis. Dennis may not have told you I am one of his students. Very proud. I'm a very proud Dennis student because, you know, what you were talking about, this is kind of funny. Okay, this is one of the things that Dennis teaches. I mean, like, if you're not going to do video, you just can't be doing digital marketing, really at all, or marketing for any company. So you actually have a really good niche, because even agencies, they really, really struggle with teaching people how to create that video content. So I would take it a step further. If you're not interested in doing the other aspects of digital marketing, I would really start to partner with some agencies that already have relationships built into that local market. Show
Smart.
them what you got. Show them these small things. Maybe
See,
even
I'm on mute
consider
here.
doing it as an add-on service.
See, you want to be unmuted when you're not
So
speaking.
I will teach, coach, train,
Just
whatever.
don't walk
so
away
many
when
of your
people. We'll end this in a minute. I just want to show you guys
for this
a live room. You ever seen this before? Don't tell everybody. Get kicked out for recording
but
it.
partner with somebody, because I think a couple things are going to happen. One, you're going to help them because they don't always know.
I like to monitor how many people are in the room. Look,
Suggest, though, just to get you really top
120
pitch,
people in the room here.
I'm a dentist fan and dentist student, is ask him about his $1 a day boosting. Okay, you got to get that. You got to get that training, and the reason is because what you're going to do is you are going to actually empower your clients. So if they don't have a digital marketer, if they don't have an agency, if they can't afford that, maybe they're just getting started, they won't need to. You can teach them this winning strategy for where literally $1 a day they can grow their business through the ads with video that you're going to teach them how to create. So I would find out how you get Dennis's
Amen.
$1
What you do?
training.
So, Ramonica, send a note to Stephanie at blitzmetrics.com. Ask for the $1 a day training. We'll give it to you for free. We've made 7 figures selling it, so we don't need to make any more money doing that. And I want you to ask for the 1-minute video training. Third thing I want you to do is consider who in Mobile, Alabama are your friends. Where is your network? And I want you to interview them. And it's not that you're a video creation. No one wants to create video, just like no one wants to do taxes and no one wants to go to the dentist, okay? But what people do want, and don't say small business, because that's an other category. Focus on a vertical. Could be restaurants or chiropractors or real estate agents or something, and show how video, where you collect the videos, 1-minute videos, and you boost it, and you do lead ads, or you have an offer, or whatever it might be, is driving business results, is driving their ranking better inside Google, is converting better on the homepage. Because when you take a homepage that says, oh, I'm a florist, okay, great, I have these kinds of flowers, versus I'm Ramonica, and I've been a florist for 15 years serving Mobile, Alabama, and I love doing this and this is my passion, and this is, when they tell the story, you take any landing page and you make it better, that's really what video's doing. It's not that they want video. They want conversions for Monica. So interview these people, apply video to drive a business result, okay? And then people are going to come to you. They don't want the video. They want the result. And you need to be the woman that helps local businesses in Mobile drive results. And if you like that, follow me. Follow my buddy William, who's in the top, and also other friends. So friends, people that I know, I like to invite to the rooms and pull down to refresh, and you'll see there's me, there's William and Alicia here, everyone here. I'm so glad that you are here joining us, and we're here sharing knowledge. That's why you're here in these rooms. And we have one last question, then we're going to end the room. Marcus, welcome. He's got a party hat, so he's been on Clubhouse less than 7 days. How are you doing, Marcus?
How you doing, Dennis? Thank you for inviting me. So less than 7 days is an overstatement. This is day 1.
Wow. Yeah.
So I'm just getting my feet wet, mostly because I'm an Android individual. And
you joined today, nominated by your friend Cena.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. I basically bought an iPhone just for this.
Wow. Smart.
So with that, brief background, and I like to hear everybody's kind of story from the agency, because the agency kind of community has changed quite a bit. Pre-COVID, after COVID, and the landscape has kind of shifted a bit. I started out kind of doing my own marketing for my own personal brand. It kind of led into sharing with friends and family, then kind of got into the agency kind of umbrella. Now, what I didn't necessarily work for me. I'm based out of Las Vegas.
I gained 100
fans.
Is
I didn't just want to be doing ads. I just didn't want to be doing the content creation.
Yeah, I'm based in Vegas too, by the way.
Hey, you are.
Yeah.
We gotta connect. So
what's your question?
So the question is, I hear everybody saying, kind of focusing on the sales and the lead gen. For me, it's brand. I more identify myself as a brand agency, not necessarily a digital marketing agency. So I like to use my personal network to kind of build around certain clientele of higher caliber. So my question is, how do you feel about the landscape of Facebook right now?
That's too broad a question, Marcus. It depends on what the category is. So I see you help, radio stations and personalities and bigger brands and real estate agents.
So
that's too broad.
Well, okay, let me narrow it a bit. Well, we know organic reach is dying on all platforms, except for the new ones like Clubhouse and so on. Now, with that, paid advertising, how are you feeling the most bang for your buck, paid advertising wise?
I'm making 1 minute videos and I'm boosting it on Facebook. Facebook's got problems, so I'm taking those short form videos and I'm trying it on YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, and other places. Okay. Take the stuff that's working, just like what Alicia and these other friends were talking about, and run it across other channels. Ultimately, video, it's not about video or MP4s or whatever. What it is showing it, being able to tell stories where people can look at faces and these little moments where people can identify with you. When you capture those micro moments, you can put it on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Snapchat, TikTok, Pinterest, websites, it doesn't matter. So really, when you're a brand strategist, you're capturing people's why, like Simon Sinek, start with why, and then you're able to monetize it for your clients. So I see that you serve a huge range of clients. These are impressive. Keller Williams, VIP, celebrity stylist Kim Kimball. Wow, you have the radio stations, Clark County Economic Opportunity Board. Holy moly, those are all different. Focus, you're a connector. That's awesome. But think about how you can leverage just a few of these connections, not everybody, but leverage those connections. For example, my buddy Chris Voss is here. Chris Voss is an OG. He just popped into the room just now, and he's a speaker. I would leverage connections like that.
What's an OG?
Original gangster.
Yeah.
I do just that.
Okay.
I do less of that on social media. I use social media as a leveraging point to start the connections in real life.
Yeah.
And which is why my network is so vast, is because that's how I use it, basically building into the word of mouth and expanding out.
So Marcus, I want you to interview other people you know in your network so people can see that, because they can't see that by looking at your Instagram and these other places. And there's no one better than my buddy Chris Voss, who is an incredible podcaster. Maybe, Chris, you can give everyone in the audience some tips about how you leverage your authority with your network and the people that you know. And this will be the final word too. Everyone follow Chris Voss. Chris Voss is a boss. Voss rhymes with boss, so I'm making him a moderator. He's going to give the final word, and then we're going to end this room on an up. He's going to do a mic drop for us.
So you want me to how I advertise my thing across social media?
No, how you're growing influence through your podcast and how you're so well known. This is a softball thing, right? A lot of people don't know how to build influence, but they have a few people they know that are they have a few clients, they have a few people in town, and people right here like Marcus knows a few more. So then he can be a brand strategist and be known by who his network is, right? People hire you not because of what's in your resume, but because of who you know. And you and I know lots of cool people.
We do. You're the coolest person I know, though, Dennis.
How much are I going to pay you to say that?
You don't, man. I love you, man. You're the rock. You know so much stuff. Like I bow down to you, man. Am I popular? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, man. Well, I've been on your show. We've hung out. We had dinner with Robert Scoble one time and did some weird things.
Yeah, we did some definitely weird things.
Things we can't talk about, but
probably a lot of that going on. So I think if I understand what you want me to do correctly, I number one punch out a lot of content, so I'm a content fucking machine. I never shut up. I have groups on LinkedIn, groups on Facebook, groups on I have 3 different accounts on Instagram, 3 different LinkedIn accounts.
23 million views on YouTube. How the heck are you doing 4,000 media posts? Are you using like bots or whatever? How 800, 700? How are you doing this?
No, man, I've been doing it for 12 years, so I just, it's accumulation of lots of hard work. And
Oh, incredible.
I've been running my podcast for 12 years, my review blog for 12 years. We review products, and it's just every day putting out content, making a podcast, doing review videos, and it stacks up after years. It's kind of weird to look back on now, and you're just like, holy shit, that's a lot of shit I did.
Yeah.
But that's part of the grind. It's just making that content and then sharing it everywhere.
Yeah.
I have a LinkedIn group that's 135,000 people. I built that from zero. 3 LinkedIn accounts. They all can publish in 50 different. I think it's higher now. 75 different groups.
Yeah.
I constantly share everything. I push it out live through Restream, and then I push it out on hard copy through 3 or 4 different Instagram. We used to be really big into Twitter, but Twitter just does not provide engagement anymore. That's a zombie fucking thing over there. Multiple, I have like 5 or 6 Facebook groups that we push out on, multiple Facebook pages.
Yeah.
And part of it, one thing is content creation and then distribution, man. You can be making gold, but if you don't tell people about it or use Dennis's marketing technology, no one's going to know that you have gold. You can build the greatest product in the world. But that's how I do it, man. I spend part of my day making content, the other parts jamming it out. And then I network with really cool people. I find cool people like Dennis and other people who are leaders in their field, and I make friends with them. I don't try and get rich off them or try and figure out how I can hit and run steal from them.
You hear that? Everyone listen to that.
Relationships. And Dennis and I have been friends for years. I didn't become his friend hoping that I could get a bauble off him or something. I didn't hit him up when I first became friends with him and say, like, Dennis, how can you make me rich? And do you want to hear about my whatever stupid shit I make? I just use Symbiotico and Serendipity, and I got to know him. I interacted with his shit, and he interacted with mine. And he's like, hey, this idiot looks like he's cool. I fooled him for sure. And then I looked at Dennis's stuff, and I'm like, God, this guy really knows. And I reach out to him, I talk to him, I built a relationship with him. He keeps asking me to marry him. I don't know what that's about. I'm just kidding. But no, he's built a relationship with people. I hate these people that when they first meet you, they just want to shove all their shit down your throat. And it's like, dude, take me to dinner first. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness.
So,
wow.
It's it. I think that's it. I don't know.
That was a mic drop kind of moment. And everyone here in the room, if we can get Chris Voss another 100 followers, I'm going to give out something special. He's at 6,900 followers, and the last follower is our buddy Amin Lalani. So if we can get 100 followers, everybody click on Chris Voss and follow him right now, and let's see if we can get that follower count up. And I'm going to give out something special, and then we're going to end the room. So go ahead and click on follow on our buddy Chris Voss. I think there's 150 of us here in this room. So when you click on all rooms, you can get down here, 140 of us. Let's see what we got here from Mr. Chris, because Mr. Chris is a boss. He's been here.
I just broke into 6.8. So
there you are.
6.8.
All right.
10.
All right.
Man.
Well, we're doing a little bit of teaching here. If everybody could unmute who's a speaker on stage and give us permission to record this, is that okay? Everyone say, I agree. I agree. Say, unmute.
I agree.
Okay, now we're going to end the room with the lightning round, and I want everyone to give one sentence, not a whole paragraph, but one sentence of value for all of our social media agencies here, and you can go in any order that you want. One sentence.
Clubhouse by far has the most accelerated engagement in terms of adding people into your Twitter and or Instagram or other social media platforms. For example, Marcus, you have your LinkedIn link in there. I would put it on a higher line saying add me on LinkedIn, connect with me there on the top 3. This way people can see it in the preview and create a Twitter. Throw your LinkedIn link as the website URL in your Twitter and then say connect with me on LinkedIn, go through the Twitter that I don't use.
Amen.
Show people how you can help them.
Love it, Alicia.
Focus on what matters to the clients.
Love it. And he's coming from Stockholm too. Fantastic. Who else? How about Tommy? Are you still there? Marcus.
Yep.
Tommy, go for it.
It's very important to give value before you ask for something in return.
Awesome. See, everyone's clapping. Ramonica.
Show up in various rooms and spaces and share value with people, and they will appreciate you for it. But diversify the rooms that you're showing up in.
Absolutely. Marcus.
Thank you, William, for that. I wanted to say, lead less. Don't lead with the product, good, or service. Lead with the story behind it.
The story, the heart, the value. That's right.
The value.
Your why.
Because on social media, people don't come to social media to be sold. They come for entertainment. So lead with not the product, lead with the story behind it.
See, that's a real brand strategist. Chris.
I would say build relationships, but don't build relationships to build relationships. Do them because you're genuinely interested in people. I developed a relationship with Dennis and other people because I'm genuinely interested in who they are, why they're successful, and what they do. I'm not coming at them with what can I make off you or whatever, but build relationships. Also, find people that are successful, like Dennis and other people that are leaders in their community. Don't become one of those rumor little, this person's that, throwing shit at whoever the leader is in your community. Don't be a rumor monger. Go find other leaders, hang out with them, become a leader, and find out what makes them a leader. You either play, with leaders or you don't. But build relationships and don't expect anything from them. I think that's what I'm trying to say. But build them for the long term. I mean, I've known Dennis for probably 6 or 7 years before I even really started interacting with him much. I knew of him, I saw his post, but I never really sat down and said, Dennis, I want to get to know you better, as I have in recent years. But I have so many friends that I built great relationships I make no money off of, but every now and then there's some serendipity of a referral or some sort of other thing that comes from it. You just never know what's going to happen. So build relationships and don't expect anything.
And especially on Clubhouse, you never know. And look who just popped into the room. Michael Sanchez, who is the founder of this club, and I believe who is the smartest person on TikTok on how to leverage, not TikTok, when I say Clubhouse. On TikTok too. You should leverage him on TikTok. Follow him. You'll see he's followed by the speakers group. He's got that red and what is that color? Bluish, greenish, whatever. It says Michael there. And he's got an unhappy sort of look in black and white. Follow him to learn all the latest. And then this room is hosted in the Facebook Marketing Secrets Club. So if you look at the very top, that little green house, hit that green house and join this club so that you can hear every time we go live. And next time, ask your question. Maybe you had a question, but you didn't have the bravery yet to hit the hand raise button. But next time, I encourage you to do that. You saw it wasn't bad. Tommy and Farad and other Ramonica, Marcus, definitely. And follow our mods here with the green circle next to their name, William, Alicia, and Chris, give them a follow too. And now the hardest thing about Clubhouse is ending Clubhouse. So I'm so glad that you spent some time with us. Hang out with the other people here, follow them, continue the conversation, and we'll see you guys in the next room. And now the room's over.
Thank you, Dennis.
Goodbye, everybody. You can unmute and say goodbye. Goodbye. Love you guys.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, everyone.
And the room is over. You see that? That was a live demonstration. Now the audio is gone. Well, actually, we have it recorded here. Shh, don't tell anybody. But did you see what I did there? I answered questions. I provided value. I asked other people to come up and answer the questions. And I offered a lead magnet. I could have mentioned a landing page, but I said, email Stephanie. That we don't have a Stephanie. That's just the one that the VAs answer. And a lot of my friends, they just create a Stephanie at petparty.co or whatnot. And we're going to give away our training. We're not going to try to sell them. We're not going to try to get them into a 15-minute phone call, but we're literally just giving away our very best value. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you do Clubhouse. I hope you found it fun. Thank you, Promo Republic friends. Hope you guys got some value. You're growing your social media agency or your consulting practice, or maybe you're just interested in marketing and you want to use the Promo Republic tools to make social media easier. Either way, let me know what you thought about our Clubhouse session, and I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback.